Hello, everyone. This is Mark Stark here, as I am every single week for Facebook Live, 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. And, recently, and it makes sense, I'm hearing more and more talk about, is the market adjusting? Is the market changing? OMG, what am I going to do if the market adjusts? All right. Well, today's message is all about how to handle a market adjustment. And first of all, I will tell you to expect the market not to adjust is the silly thing. All markets adjust. They will continue to adjust in different ways. I will say this, I'll put myself out there to go, look, we're dealing with an actual supply demand issue. So we do have a low supply, and that's not changing. And so we're going to deal with this. This is not going to be, as I've heard people talk about, an 07, 08 scenario. But we are going to have adjustments and we are going to have changes to the marketplace. So what do you do to protect yourself and your business going forward? And I've got 3 tips for you today. All right, let's jump right in. All right, tip number 1. When a market adjusts, the first thing I want you to do is look at the adjustment that has happened and leverage it to your benefit. All right, so how do I take any change that goes on? Well, let's say, we've seen average sales price really jump up, and certainly not the same in all areas, basically maybe age of the product compared to new homes, whatever the case may be is. And for this example, you see a certain development where the ASP, in your opinion, based on its competitors in the marketplace, really got a little bit ahead of itself. So you feel very confident that that average sales price has grown a little too quick for its own good. Well, here's what you need to do to leverage a market change. You need to ask yourself this question. Who needs to sell now? Maybe, depending on the change, who needs to buy now and why? Once you figure that out, just based on one simple change in a development, in an area, in the market overall, something that you can say, wait a minute, if I was a buyer, if I was a seller, based on these changes, I think here's an opportunity, for that seller or buyer. That's something that you can build as a foundation for conversation with people. And don't just talk generally, get specific. Like that example. Say, look, this development was built, and I'm making this up. This development was built in the 80s, and the average sales price has really pretty much gone as high as some of the brand new product, maybe product that's even a little bit larger, on better lots. I feel that if any area was going to get hit first in an adjustment, may not be dramatic, but can adjust price rise based on people looking now as things calm down and they go, now I'm really going to scrutinize the product that I'm buying. Well, you know what? This property might get hurt more. Well, guess what? Maybe it's time to sell for those individuals. A great opportunity to hit certain markets and go, you know what? This average sales price has peaked. If you're looking to take dollars off the table, let me share with you some of the statistics around your area, your zip code, whatever what makes sense. But step 1 is leverage the changes to your benefit. What changed and who, based on sellers or buyers, can benefit from that change. Tip number 2, do not hyper focus on the market. All right, I don't care how it changes. Do not hyper focus on changes. Do not talk about the changes. Do not talk about the concerns. Do not get hyper focused on what's going on. What you need to do is stay focused on your goals. I am not in any way telling you to basically ignore the changes. What I'm telling you is by hyper focusing on those changes, it's not supporting your growth. It's not supporting your business, and it's not helping your clients. In any environment, I am looking to a professional realtor to help me, answer the questions that I cannot answer on my own. So keep your feet on the ground, get clear on what your job is, and specifically get clear on you focusing on your business. All right, so we're not going to complain. We're not going to go into worry mode. We're going to get focused because remember, regardless any environment that you're in, you still want to hit your goals and be successful. So focus on your goals, not, hyper focus on the market changes. And number 3, drive your closed units. If you want to focus on one metric, drive closed units. Look it, you don't control average sales price. In any scenario, and I promise you it won't be universal, you will see still prices rise and you'll see prices adjust down, you'll see prices stay the same. The reality of it is you don't control that. But you do control how much business you do, and you do control your efforts on a day-to-day basis of how you're driving your business forward, specifically on closed units. So my advice to you, while the noise is happening around you, focus on, I have to hit my closed unit goals. That's why my DRC, my daily revenue commitment, is so important. And I'm really going to key in on my daily revenue commitment and how it's supporting how many units I can get closed. Because if I hit that, regardless of anything else the market does, I win. What you may find out is that you're doing more market share while others are dropping off because they're flowing with the market, where you're staying focused on your goals and you're growing your closed unit numbers. Look, mindset in a changing market is everything. You can choose, like I said, to hear the noise and pull yourself in a very unproductive direction. Or you can focus on exactly what you want to see happen for your business and focus on exactly what your clients, be it buyers or sellers, need from you. And you focus on those two things, you're not going to do anything but win. Have a great week, everybody. And we'll talk to you next week. And of course, if you like this information, please share it. And if you're not following today, start following now. See you next week. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks.